channel, and today we're going to be reading My Weird School, Mr.Louie, Screwy, Chapter 9, Mrs.Dacky and Mr. Maisy. It had to be a joke. Miss Daisy and Mr. Mackey couldn't be getting married, but it was true. Miss Daisy told us that Mr. Mackey had been her boyfriend for a long time, but they kept it secret. Then, at Clutstock, he got down on one knee and proposed to her. Miss Daisy showed us her engagement ring. "It's beautiful," said all the girls. Miss Daisy and Mr. Mackey were going to get married on Sunday, and our whole class was invited to the wedding. Mr. Louie, who used to be a judge, was going to marry them in a church. Well, the girls got all super girly, even girlier than usual. They were all hugging Miss Daisy and giggling and crying and saying how happy they were. "Is your new name going to be Mrs. Mackey?" asked Andrea. "How about Mrs.Dacky or Mrs. Maisy?" asked Ryan. "Gee, I don't know," said Miss Daisy. "Who doesn't know anything? Maybe I'll hyphenate my name." "Once they had to hyphenate me at a pee-wee football game," I said. "I almost passed out. But then they gave me something to drink and I was okay." "That's hydrate, dumbhead," Andrea told me. "Hyphenate means to put a dash between two words." "I knew that," I lied. Mr. Mackey and Miss Daisy were all lovey-dovey, making goo-goo eyes at each other. The girls started planning the wedding. They were talking about what they were going to wear, what presents they should bring, and who Miss Daisy and Mr. Mackey's children would look like. I pulled the guys over to the other side of the room. We huddled like a football team. "This is horrible," I told them. "This is the worst day in the history of the world." "What's the big deal, AJ?" asked Michael. "People get married all the time." "Yeah, but Mr. Mackey and Miss Daisy aren't in love," I told him. "He only asked her to marry him because of the love potion Mr. Louie put in the water fountain." "I think it's nice that Miss Daisy is going to get married," said Neil the nude kid. "Don't you get it?" I told Neil. "Miss Daisy's the perfect teacher. She can't read, write, or do math. But if she gets married, she might have a baby and quit working. Then we'll get a real teacher." "AJ's right," Ryan said. "A real teacher will force us to learn stuff." "That would be horrible," agreed Michael. "So what can we do about it?" asked Neil. "There is only one thing to do. We have to stop the wedding," I told them. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe.